Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. We made it. I'm going to be honest. Yesterday felt like Friday throughout most of the day. So it feels good to actually be at a Friday. You know what I mean? I think this is the only show. This is the only piece of content you're getting today. So look, you made it. You're ending the week strong. There is a chance I do like a subscriber only thing a little bit later. It might be next week though. We'll see. Depends how like feisty I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? All right. Who do we got in the streets this morning? I see Boston-based Sneeps, the two Tatum gods who need to get their rewards ASAP. Rocky Stubbs is here looking for food. Matic, Otto, Gurin, Top Shot, Comment, Jump Shoot. We also got Weisberg in the house. Weisberg, what's up, my man? Shout out to Weisberg, who was over on the playback streets last night. Love to see it. Daniel Easterman, what's up, my man? DC1, Jen Sanders here. Kurt Heller is here as well. Who else? Melrose Play shirt. Shout out the 90s. Yeah, I don't think this is a ode to the show, or maybe it is. I don't know. I love whatever. I'm a Melrose Place guy for today. There you go. Marco's here. Yeah, MP shirt. There you go. Like, yeah, I'm a Melrose Place god now. That's where I live. Eagle Putt, Snoopaloop. We love it. We love to see everybody here this morning. Hey, listen, normally I do this at the end of the show, at the end of the week, but I appreciate everyone being here this week. We had a lot of content, a lot of stuff came at you, some good, some bad. But I appreciate you guys being here. It's more fun when you're here. So continue to be here, like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold, all that stuff. What we're going to be doing this morning is going over last night's NBA action. I think I said this too loud. The dog was like, well, I'm up. There was a lot of good basketball last night. There's a lot of fun stuff to take a look at. So I'm excited to do that. I'm going to poke around at So Rare, a little Top Shot as well, just to like see what's going on. I jumped on Tandy's show yesterday afternoon, by the way. So if you needed your Top Shot fix, I went over there and talked about that. NBL actually made a surprise appearance. So we talked a little bit about All-Star Weekend, a little bit about what's going on with Top Shot, a little bit about So Rare as well. So, and I'm sure we'll cover some of this towards the end of the show. We'll see. John Dubs thought a lot about you last night as Malcolm Brogdanovic took it to the Pacers in overtime. Although I guess if you're a Pacers fan, that's what you're rooting for right now, like competitive L's. Yeah, and the wired headphones were a weird touch. They were a weird touch, but whatever, dude. Whatever, you know. Travel addict guy in the house too as well. Another reminder too. This is like an intimate show today. I think did everybody go out last night? It's only 25 of us just vibing together this morning. Or maybe there was too much drama. People were like, I need a day off. Monday, I believe it's going to be Monday, we'll have a fun announcement and unveiling of the oversubscribed stuff. I know I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but really excited to see where that goes. So, you know, stay tuned, baby. Wow, travel addict guy living up to his name, saying from Budapest today, live from Budapest. Love to see it. That's hungry, right? I should have just like, that was an inside thought, because if I'm right, it's like, yeah, dude, you should know capitals. And if you're wrong, it's like, what an idiot. To the house was here. The doctor is here as well. All right. You guys ready to get into some stuff here? I think I'm ready to talk some basketball. I'm excited. What's really fun about being with like 22, 21 games left in the season, we are at the point where every single game is super important, which is fun. Flo says, are you actually a fan of a specific team? Yeah, Flo the Henry. I'm a Celtics fan. I'm originally from Massachusetts. I'm a Celtics fan. Like 4 years ago, I adopted the Nuggets as my Western Conference team. That's actually not true. I've been a Nuggets fan back since the Melo days. I've always rooted for Denver. Even Ty Lawson. I was a Ty Lawson fan until he was, partying a little too hardy. And I really love Jokic's game, and I love Jamal Murray. They were like my bubble team, even though the Celtics were still rocking in the bubble. But yeah, I'm a Celtics fan, a little bit of Nuggets fan as well. It isn't hungry. Okay. Marco said, fell asleep yesterday. Forgot to put my 30 team. Oh, the training stuff. Training stuff is hard. All right, let's get into some shooty hoops. We're going to go in the order in which the game started, I believe. So speaking of Denver, we're talking about my two favorite teams right off the top today. Denver Cavs, 115-109. Cleveland, it's fun to watch Cleveland play in some of these games because, like, you watch Denver play, I don't know, literally any other team besides Cleveland. The final score is like 130-112, something like that, right? You play Cleveland. Cleveland plays like real defense. Night to night, they play strong defense. So, yeah, 115-109. On the Cavs side of things, Mobley came out. It's like, hey, I'm ready. I'm here to put. You got rid of Kevin Love? That's fine. Let me cook. He went for 31 last night, 31-9. Solid performance from him. Darius Garland had 22 and 5, and D Mitch also dropped in 22. Jamal Murray. Hey, listen, I was saying bet the unders on Jamal Murray. Had a really good first quarter, and then kind of disappeared. And I think that makes sense. His first game back, there's no reason. They got 3 games this week. There's no reason to just like hammer him into the ground. Michael Porter Jr. had a nice shooting night, though. He went for 25 and 6. And then, like, listen, the conversation today, tomorrow, and like for the rest of those 20 games that we have left, I think it's like 8 weeks in the regular season left. It's going to be Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid who's the MVP. Like, especially with Giannis missing a few games, it's just going to ding him. Like, whether it's right or wrong, it's going to ding him. Jokic last night, I think he went 8 for 13 from the field, 6 for 6 from the line, put up 24 points, 18 boards, 13 dimes. Like, he's so good, man. He's so good. Weisberg was saying Mobley was great, spread the floor and push Jokic out defensively. Yeah. Yeah, Mobley, again, if Mobley starts knocking down an outside shot, totally changes the ceiling of both his game, but also the Cavs game. But yeah, it was great performance by Jokic again. I saw Bill Simmons tweeted out it was actually sloppy performance, but even a sloppy performance by Jokic is a dub. Well, really, if you follow Taz Mellis from the No Dunks podcast and from, NBA Glory, he tweeted out a really funny video last night of Jokic trying to draw a half flop, he called it, where he got like hit in the back a little bit and kind of like fell to the ground. It was really funny. Worth checking out. I'll share the tweet in the Discord after the show, but it was really funny. Yeah, Pete Bandy is about to fall asleep. He's just vibing. He's really funny. He gets up, like the second he gets up, which was just like 20 minutes ago, he's just like, yeah, let's go. And then he immediately goes right back to sleep, which is pretty funny. Celtics Pacers. This game was weird, dude. So Celtics, it was pretty close the whole time. Pacers had a lead. Celtics second unit comes in and just cooks. And then I was like, all right, I don't have to watch the rest of this. I can switch games here. And then I look again and it's there. It's like tied going into overtime. So that was a fun one. The Tatum and Brown duo continues to cook. The Celtics, listen, I know this was an overtime win against the Pacers, so like everybody relax. The Celtics are crazy deep, man. Crazy deep. Like Derek White wasn't even closing with them. They're just, Blake Griffin got a DNP. I think Peyton Pritchard pretty much got a DNP. It was great. It was really good. Tatum dropped 31, 12, and 7. And again, we're talking about MVPs and something like Tatum's 30 a night, and it's not even in the 30 a night on the best team in the league. And we're like, yeah, he's probably finishing 4th. Weisberg saying Pacers were on fire in the third, going 7 for 9 from 3. Yeah, the Pacers team is fun, man. Like if I'm a Pacers fan, I'm fine with all these L's. Keep losing, but just lose competitive, fun games like this. Miles Turner went for 40 and 10. And I have him in one of my underdog lineups, which we're going to look at as now we're in the quarterfinals. So it gets a little spicier. Turner dropped 40 and 10. Bogdanovich, as I said, had a nice game off the bench at 24 and 7. Halley with 22 and 14. Then Benedict Mathurin, like a lot of times these rookies right around this part of the season run into that wall. And he's not. He continued to like playing well off the bench there. And so there you go, Mathurin, 19-7-4 off the bench. But good win for the C's. Good loss for the Pacers, I guess. They made him play 5 extra minutes. John saying I think Miles had like 110% true shooting. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Miles Turner was hot. All right. So far we got my 2 favorite teams getting W's. Magic Pistons. So I only watch like the last 3 minutes of this game. That's what I do sometimes. If this game is not one that I'm interested in, I get out there and I'm like, let me see if I can watch the last couple of minutes. And I did. The last couple of minutes were fun though. We talked about Franz Wagner on So Rare Live Before Lock and even Value Hunting. He's got like an L10 of 22, and I was like, that's like an easy, like even if he doesn't put up 50, he's still going to be a great play. And he put up 21 points and 5 boards, I believe it was. Ivy had a really good game too. Speaking of rookies hitting that rookie wall, it seems like Ivy hit it 3 weeks ago, and now maybe he's back. But Ivy put up 25 and 4. Wiseman, the Wiseman watch. We need a drop for that. The Wiseman watch. He went for 8 and 10, but I don't care about that. I care that he played 24 minutes. So that was pretty good. Boston Bay said, old man, the LeBron James just sold for $7K. I'm telling you, whatever. Well, we'll save it. We'll save it, baby. Put Isaiah Jackson on my underdog. Hope he has some minutes next game. Yeah, hopefully they rest Turner or something. Wendell Carter Jr. put up a 14 and 18. Pretty pedestrian performance from Paolo Banchero. But what was really exciting about this game, so Magic are up 3 with like 20 seconds left. Jaden Ivey just catches, or maybe it was off the dribble now that I'm thinking about it, but like from deep in rhythm, splash zone for Jaden Ivey, hits the 3, ties the game up. Only a handful of seconds left. Ball gets to Paolo Banchero, gets it like at the top of the key, drives left, puts it off the glass, just misses it. And Wendell Carter Jr., who is better than Nikola Vucevic, stand with a putback as time expires. Magic get a W. I don't think the Magic are really going to have a shot at the play-in game, but it's fun. It's fun that we're even still talking about it. Good win for the Magic. They just continue. I feel like they don't get blown out and they don't blow anybody out, right? You'd think Magic would have no problem with Detroit. And in every situation, the Magic are like the poor man's version of the Miami Heat. Wow, that's like 2 shots that stand again. But like Miami's got some crazy record of how many like 5-point games they played. Like every single game is a close game. And the Magic are like that too, but obviously a lot worse. Weisberg says Maga Isaac looked great in minutes. Yeah, so Jonathan Isaac, they're still limiting his minutes. I think he was like 10 to 12 or something like that. But he's playing some real good defense, man. He's playing some real good defense. It's just an interesting wrinkle. He's someone that allows them to do just like a lot of different stuff with that squad. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting for the Magic moving forward, especially knowing they've got the Bulls pick. And the Bulls, man, the Bulls are going to be down. Bad. All right, let's keep moving. Sixers and Grizz. This was the TNT. This was a good game last night. The thing everybody wants to talk about, right, is Embiid sending Ja Morant back, right? 1-point game, under a minute left. I think it was under a minute or just over a minute left. Ja comes in. It's like, all right, highlight reel, the human highlight reel. Ja coming down the lane, about to put PJ Tucker on a poster. And then Joel Embiid was like, welcome to the block party. I don't know what that accent was. I think I was afraid of getting canceled, so I pivoted hard. But Embiid just sends him back. Beautiful rejection from Embiid. And that was the same thing, right? Like Jokic plays a 7:00 game. Oh, Jokic is the MVP. Then it's at 7:30. We're like, wait a minute, maybe Embiid's the MVP. And that's going to happen for the next couple of weeks. But stat-wise, Ja Morant, pretty bad game. Desmond Bane had 25 and 8. He was the only one to hit the 20-point mark. Triple J had 18 and 9 with 4 blocks. So I took an L on the Jaren Jackson Jr. stuff because he seemed to stay out of foul trouble. I saw he took a take foul with like 4 seconds left. I mean, yeah, like at the end of the game to make Philly shoot free throws. And I saw it was his 3rd personal. I was like, wow, dude, he's changed, baby. He's changed. Regulator says GM late to the party. What's up, man? And then the Irish Joel. Yeah. Welcome to the block party. Now that was German, I think. That was German. Didn't even look like a block in real time. Just an incredible defensive play. Came over late. Yeah. Embiid, man. Embiid is awesome. So Tobias Harris had 20 and 4. James Harden, 31, 7 and 7. Really solid performance from him, especially because like, I don't know. I felt like Harden was going to get D'd up a little bit. I thought he was going to be diamond up more than he was going to be scoring. And then Embiid, 27 points, 19 boards, 6 assists, and 6 blocks. Had 6 of them. Good win for Philly. Another L from Memphis. Now, we looked at the schedule yesterday, and like obviously Philly is a tough matchup for anybody in the league. Memphis still without Steven Adams, but At least I think they were still without Steven Adams. I actually didn't check that. I assumed he was still out. But yeah, man, I don't know what Memphis is going to do. I like, we pointed this out yesterday. I know they're in the 2 seed in the West, but I think there's a real possibility of them slide into like 4 or 5, like losing home court in the first round. There's not a ton of games left, so maybe that doesn't happen, but something to keep an eye on. We the North, the Rap City, they got a W against the Pels last night, 115-110. They had a late scratch from Fred VanVleet, which awesome. Thank you, Nick Nurse. That was sick for my so rare lineups. Luckily, they have a couple of more games, so maybe we'll get some more love. But Chris Boucher, if you didn't see this highlight, Chris Boucher grabs a rebound. Because when I initially saw the highlight, I was like, oh, he didn't run the floor with this, but he did. Boucher grabs the board, just dribbles up all the way, like one-man fast break, and then takes off from like 1 foot over the free throw line. Just skies in-game. You don't usually see in-game free throw line posters, and he did. It was incredible. It was an incredible dunk. Recommend checking that out. Shout out Boucher, baby. Siakam dropped 26 and 5, but the real game changer for Toronto, and listen, I dunked on this move. It didn't make sense to me. Man, my hair's driving me nuts today. Didn't make sense to me, but he's been awesome. Has been awesome, right? He didn't start the first game. Second game, he comes in, goes ham. And then last night, 21 and 18, while also playing like solid defense. And the biggest problem with, and I shout out Top Shot Tesla, who I believe called this out the other day when I was talking about targeting bigs against Toronto. And he was like, well, don't forget, Pirtle's back. And man, it's true. He made a huge difference. So for them to get this W 115-110 without Freddie, I think that's a good win for them, especially because clearly Toronto wants to make sure they get into the play-in game. Brandon Ingram continues to play really, really well after missing a chunk of time. He had 36 and 7. McCollum at 23 and 5. But that's it. They didn't get anything from anybody else after that. Kevin said crushing the accents today. I really feel like I have been wrong on every single one of them. But that's the way to go. That is the way to go, just to be wrong. Siakam had 26 and 5. And then Scotty Barnes had 18 and 5. Good win for Toronto, man. Good win for the Raptors. Pirtle ends up being the right play. Mavs Spurs. All right, so I might be wrong on this. Big ROI on improv classes. How dare you, dude? There's been let me tell you, negative ROI. I was a guest on a podcast called oh my God. What is that podcast called? It's This Is Us. Hold on. Let me see what that podcast is. Let me see what it is so I don't feel like a dick. I read what bad promo right now. What bad promo. Now I have to go back and look at all of the podcasts. I listen to too many podcasts. I also listened to a good one with House of Strauss. Had Spike Lebanon from what's it called? Ooh, it's called There It Is. There it is. Whoop, there it is. My guy Jason Farr. Shout out Jason Farr. But we were talking about basically like my comedy journey from Boston to New York, and then how that led to what I'm doing now. And God, it's just sad thinking about all the money and time I spent doing improv, which I love improv. I really do love improv. I would still, like, if my friend like Overzet used to do improv with Pete Overzet in Boston, my buddy Andy, my buddy Teo, even the 89 Cavs, they've all done it. Like, I'm happy to do it with my friends. I really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. But man, the grind of it to try to like for nothing, man. I mean, honestly, it's probably very similar to what I'm doing right now, where I'm putting in a ton of time just for you fools. You know what I mean? Anyways, maybe someday, well, maybe in Vegas, we'll get a little 89 Cavs improv set. When are you coming again to the Laird show? I don't know. Listen, open invitation. I told him I want like a Steve Martin. Sorry, guys, I'm freaking eyelashes. I told Andrew I want like a Steve Martin, Alec Baldwin treatment, where I want a blazer, because once I get to 5 times, I want like a blazer or a robe, being like, yeah, he's official guest here. Well, Weisberg said that podcast might be called The Last of Us, since we're all waiting for Mike to give us the podcast name. And that's fair. That's fair. It's a good banger right there. All right, let's keep going. I digress. Nobody cared about that. I apologize. So Mavs Spurs. Mavs had 2 different quarters where they dropped 40 points. They did in the second and the fourth quarter. It was relatively close, I thought, in the third quarter. Top Shot comment, I know you probably watched this game in real time. I thought I remember being like, oh my God, are the Spurs really staying with them? But they didn't. The Mavs ended up pulling away. In 30 minutes, Luka, actually, let's get a drop, dude. We haven't done a Luka Magic drop in what feels like decades. Let's get a little Luka Magic.
Luka magic.
So Luka only played 30 minutes and just had a monster performance in the short amount of time he was out there, right? So he dropped 28, 10, and 7. Kyrie gave him 23 and 6. And then Timmy Hardaway Jr. had 22 off the bench. There's not too much to say about this game, right? This is like one of those high risk, low rewards where if Dallas loses this game, every podcast and show starts off with like, this trade was a bust. They lost to the Spurs, who have lost 142 in a row. And then if they win, everyone's like, well, yeah, of course, you're going to beat the Spurs. And that's kind of the conversation today. Yeah, Lucas at the 4th. All right, here we go. What's this comment here? Mavs have the easiest remaining schedule, need to get to 50 wins, going to get top 4 in the West. Yeah, listen, that'll be a huge wrinkle in everything if they do it, because that means if they are top 4 in the West, right, that means at least one of Memphis, Phoenix, and the Clippers are not top 4. Actually, we might go without glasses the rest of the way. That means, and that's discounting the Kings too. So I guess you could say 2 of those teams don't make it. So that is going to be interesting because I'll be honest, I had the Mavericks around the 5 spot, 5 or 6. That's where I thought they were going to be. I just I don't trust their defense. I don't trust their depth. So that's kind of where I landed. But yeah, that's a great point. That is a great point. My favorite game of the night, I watched this one. I watched the entire 4th quarter and the entire overtime, and then went back and watched like a condensed version of the earlier part of it. And, part of it is because I love SGA. I also like Lauri Markkanen. Utah's been pretty fun to watch, but this game was awesome. So we go to overtime. The sequence that happens at the end of the game, there were some like questionable calls, but whatever. Sequence that happens at the end of the game, Jazz are down 2. They clearly have the edge down low. I think it was Lauri misses a tough jumper. Walker Kessler gets the board, puts it back, misses it, gets another putback, puts it in, ties the game. There's 4 seconds left. Right, clearly everyone's like, this is going to SGA. SGA absolutely cooked last night. They get the ball to Isaiah Joe, who has Kessler on him, and Isaiah Joe usually catches. He's like the best 3-point shooter in the league this year. So Walker closes out hard, knowing Isaiah Joe is going to take it. Isaiah Joe just goes right by him. And Walker Kessler makes one of the most impressive blocks I've seen this season, outside of like the highlight ones where it's like pinned or the chase down or whatever. But Isaiah Joe, he knows Walker Kessler's coming, so he uses the rim almost as like as a pick, right? He goes around on the other side of the rim and then puts it up. And Walker Kessler catches it. Not catches it, but spikes it on the other side of the rim. Normally, when you go up and under like that, it's really hard for a big or anyone to get to that ball because they have to get around the rim. But because of the angle Walker Kessler took, he was able to just kind of slap it off. And it was incredible block. Kessler ended up with, where is it? Sorry, I lost my spot because I got too excited. 7 points, 18 boards, but more impressively, 7 blocks. 7 blocks. This is without Sexton. Clarkson at 24 and 6. I haven't even talked about Lauri yet. Lauri went for 43 and 10. First game out of the All-Star game, drops 43. It was either his 3rd or 4th game dropping 40 this season. I forget which one it was. Just wild performance by the Jazz. And then SGA, man. SGA drops 39, 8, and 7. They got a double-double out of Giddey as well with 18, and 11. Shout out to all my best ball underdog teams, but good win. We also had I didn't write his stat line, but you know what? For the culture, we had a really good performance from our man. So, Marco, I think this is an interesting question, right? Top 3 rookie. I was thinking about like the rookies this year, and if you were redrafting it, like how do you go? So Paolo has obviously been awesome. Paolo is the best rookie. Paolo is going to be an all-star for a while. He's really, really good. Paolo is really good. He's the number 1. I think you take him every time. After that, though, we haven't seen Chet. So like, let's just pretend Chet didn't draft. There was like no number 2 pick. So the number 3 pick is the number 1 pick. Jabari has shown some signs. I think it's hard to evaluate Jabari Smith right now because that team is dog shit. I I can't remember. Oh, Keegan Murray. No. Keegan Murray went 4. Keegan's been great. Jaden Ivey's had some like really high moments and some low moments, but you can definitely tell his ceiling is there. But the two guys that like put themselves in the conversation, and Kevin's saying Sohan too. Jeremy Sohan's been great as well. But I do think like these later picks of J-Dub, Jalen Williams, who I met, no big deal. But Jalen Williams and Walker Kessler like really have vaulted themselves into the conversation. I don't know if they're top 3. Like, I don't know if I'm taking Jalen Williams over Jeremy. I know. I mean, I don't know if I'm taking him over Jabari Smith. I mean, I guess for this year, they definitely are. They're more useful. They're more useful for their teams right now. I don't think I'm taking him over Ivy either. I still like Ivy, but I think what's different about like Ivy is going to be great. He's so fast. He's strong. He's good off the ball. I mean, he's good with the ball. He's got a decent deep shot too. So I'm still taking Ivy. I'm still taking Murray too. But what I'm saying is I think like at the beginning of the season, Jalen Williams was an afterthought for OKC. Walker Kessler was just a throwaway in the trade, right? And I think both of those guys are considered, they should be like top 10 in what we've seen this year. I mean, Jalen Williams is like the better version of Dort, right? He's a little bit bigger. I think he's going to be a better defender. Jalen Duren, top 5? No, I don't think so. I'd take both of those guys over Jalen Duren right now. And I like Jalen Duren, but I would take both of them over. Like I shouldn't say that. But I mean, I like Duren. I think Duren's good, but I think I'm taking both J-Dub and Walker Kessler over Duren. And I agree with this. Kessler's going to be an all defensive guy for a decade. Yeah, I think I'm still taking the top 5 in the order that they were taken. Like I still like Keegan Murray, Jaden Ivey, obviously Paolo, Chet, whatever, because we don't know, and then Jabari Smith. But then after that, I think those other guys are right there. This is the exact opposite of the 2020 class. All rookie first and second team will be competitive. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, look at Bandy getting some sun, dude. Yeah, get those sleepies out, bro. Let's get some sleepies in his eyes. Let's roll over. Let's go. Yeah, Eason is kicking it too. Tari Eason's been nice. I was standing next to Tari Eason for like 5 minutes at All-Star Weekend and didn't even recognize who it was till after. Yeah, Matt, dude, I know that's what I mean. That's how many good rookies there are. I also didn't have this segment planned. I was just reacting to the chat. Matherin's been awesome. Matherin's right in there too. Duren is only 19, youngest player in the league, going to be a beast. Yeah, I'm not out on Duren. But I think the difference between some of those guys, like Duren's ceiling is probably higher. Walker Kessler's going to help people win right now. I mean, he is. The fact that the Jazz are still winning is wild. All right, let's keep cooking. Only a couple of games left. Lakers 124, Dubs 111. It wasn't even that close. Like LeBron only played 20-something minutes. AD only played 20-something minutes. Clay dropped 22. Ty Jerome, baby, second in scoring for the Dubs with 20. With 20. LeBron had 13, 9, and 8 in 26 minutes. Malik Beasley dropped 25, and then Austin Reeves. Good game for Austin Reeves. He had, what did he have? 17 off the bench. Listen, every win is like super important for the Lakers right now. So that was a big W for them. Curry, it seems like Curry's still a week or so away, so I'll be fascinated to see like what kind of position the Warriors are in when we get there. But they need to steal some of these games. They continue to lose on the road. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. But anyways, good win for the Lakers. In the last game of the night, then we'll go poke around at the standings, see what we got going on tonight. The Kangs. Listen, guys, I tried to tell you. I know how many points did Matisse Thybulle get on So Rare? He got a couple of steals, so that might have saved him. But man, Thybulle played like 40 minutes. What did he have? Like 5 points, 2 boards, a couple of steals, something like that. I was trying to tell you. So bad. Yeah, Poole was 3 for 13 in that game. He was so bad. A lot of turnovers too. Anyways, Cam Reddish, though, real deal in the sense that he's getting a lot of minutes. He's going to take a lot of shots for fantasy purposes. He had 24 and 4. Nasir Little, the one no one wanted to play in So Rare, dropped 26. Keon Johnson was 16 off the bench. That's too much talk for the Blazers, considering Dame didn't play and they lost by almost 20. Terrence Davis dropped 20 and 4. T-Dot with 24 off the bench. And then we get De'Aaron Fox with 31, and then Sabone Bone with an 18, 18, and 10. Continues to be Jokic light with these triple doubles. A man with a dog is worthy of leadership. Dude, let's go. You know what? We haven't done this in a while, Sawyer. I appreciate you're here. Let's go. God, we love a Sawyer drop. We just absolutely love to see it. I love new people seeing that for the first time too, just being like, what the hell just happened? And you know what? We don't know. We don't know what happened. So that covers it. That was Kings get the W. Blazers pick up another L. Blazers are in tank mode, right? That they just tipped their cap. Dame was like, listen, I wanted to make sure I won at least one thing this year. They got the 3-point contest. He's like, you know what? I'm good. Let's shut it down. And they did. They shut it down, and that's it. That's it. I'm here for the Dame rap takes. Enjoyed that. We got shooters like the Wizards. Yeah, that was Dame's great. I love Dame. Dame is the people's champion, I think. But let's go over to let's go check ESPN, see what the standings are. I'm more fascinated with the Western Conference today than I am with the Eastern Conference, just based on last night's performances and or who played last night. So let's go take a look at this. Let me blow it up now. All right. So the Beantown boys, look at that record of 19-10 on the road. That's pretty impressive. That's got to be the best in the league. Celtics are now 43-17. Pick up a half game just because the Bucks didn't play. 8-2 in their last 10. But then you see those Buckaroos who are now without Giannis. I will say the Giannis thing makes me feel a little bit better. He was doubtful. He eventually got ruled out. He got ruled out last night, but during the day, he went through shoot around and was doubtful. And that makes me think, all right, well, he's not going to be out that long. So maybe he misses this weekend, but he's back next week. Grote said, is Chris Boucher foul line? Yeah, you betcha. You betcha. I already mentioned that. It was incredible. Sixers get another W too. So they're only 2 games back. The Cavs with an L, they drop a game further behind the Sixers. Nets, Knicks, they didn't play. Heat didn't play. Hawks didn't play. Raptors now percentage points, or actually, they just have played 2 more games. Then the Wizards right there in the 9-10 spot. And then the Bulls 2.5 games back. Pacers drop again. Pacers sneaking. Magic are catching the Pacers, right? So they're I think Magic probably finish 11th, right? I do think they probably catch the Pacers and the Bulls the way they're playing right now, which would be funny just because they've got both of those picks, the Magic and the Bulls, and then Hornets and Pistons. All right, on the West side, Denver now with a full 6-game lead. Denver is running away with this stuff, and I love it. The Grizzlies now have, so with the Kings winning and the Grizzlies losing, the Kings are only 2 games back from Memphis. We already outlined Memphis's schedule, but then you get the Clippers, a game and a half behind them. Suns and Clips both didn't play last night, right? So nothing really changed there. So Suns still a half game out of the 4 seed. Mavericks now with their W, half game behind the Suns, but are in the 6 seed. Timberwolves just a game behind them. Pels get drop another game, right? So the Jazz and Warriors just half a game behind them. With the Thunder losing now, they're a half game out. So the Blazers have told us they're not going to make the playoffs. That's what they told us last night. We know the Lakers are trying, right? So now let's get the Blazers out of this. We basically have the Lakers, the Thunder, the Warrior, the Jazz, and the Pels all fighting for these 3 spots, right? So that's two of these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of these 5 aren't going to make it. And I want to know, who are the 2 that you think aren't going to make it? Now, the Lakers have the most ground to make up. They are 2 games behind in the loss column, right? So they are, even though it says they're a game and a half out, they're 2 games behind on the loss column. I think everyone is just giving the Warriors the benefit of the doubt right now because they're like, oh, Steph will come back. I don't know. I mean, I still think the Warriors are going to make the play-in game, but I think they might be sneaky kind of in trouble. Weisberg said, story in the West right now is the Warriors are the 10 seed. Here's how bad the Warriors with Steph and Curry are now a bottom 5 team in clutch and net rating. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And their schedule doesn't get easier either. All right, Courtside saying Jazz and Lakers won't make it. Lakers and Thunders won't make it. We're going to get Lakers and Nuggets in the first round. I would love that because everyone that hates Jokic too would be like, see, you can't win in the playoffs if they play somebody like that. So let's look at the Warriors' upcoming schedule quickly. I mean, look at this. We are 59 games into the season and they are under 500. And they've just been unlucky with injuries. So, all right, so they got Houston. It's a home game against Houston, so that should be fine. But then it's Minnesota. All right, Portland. So let's say Steph comes back Thursday, March 9th, right? So if he's getting reevaluated next week, let's just say March 9th. So they've got, without Steph, Houston, let's give him a W. Minnesota, that's an L, 1-1. I'm going to give them Portland a W because Portland's trying to lose. That's 2-1. Clippers, 2-2. That's an L. I'm going to say the Pels take it to them, 2-3. Lakers, again, 2-4. OKC, I'm going to give them OKC the edge here too, 2-5. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe it should be 3 and 4. Okay, Garen saying Jazz and Lakers don't make it too. Man, the Jazz, like, if the Jazz were not going to make it, last night was the game to lose, right? Last night was the game to lose. And instead they brought it. They brought it. Like, that was like a playoff game last night in the West, or a play-in game, I guess. Regulator says 5 games at home. If they go 4-1, they'll be okay. Yeah, they have to. I think 3-2 minimum. I think they have to go 3-2. I mean, I still think they're going to make the play-in game, because I do think. Actually, I don't know, man. I kind of think the Pels don't make it, because if they don't get Zion back, they are just going to be bad. I think if I had to pick a team that doesn't make it out of this, to me, it's the Pels. I want the Thunder in the playoffs so bad, but it's probably Pels and Thunder, but I'm going to fingers crossed Pels and Lakers. I think that's what I would do. I don't know. It's going to be tricky. All right, let's take a look at the schedule for tonight. What kind of fun games do we have? I was so surprised by how many games we had last night. I really thought it was just going to be like 2 or 3 games. All right, so we got Knicks and the Wizards. You can't pay me to watch that. Actually, you could. Atlanta and Cleveland, that's kind of fun. We should talk about Atlanta because Quinn Snyder's being hold on. I wanted to say Golden State and Lakers, but I can't count Steph out. Yeah, that's where I am too. Quinn Snyder being rumored as the Atlanta coach. Listen, this is what I would say to Quinn Snyder, because Quinn Snyder obviously is probably the most sex appeal coach out on the market right now, right? I mean, he was the number 1 team in the West, like, whatever. I know they had some playoff woes, but clearly Quinn Snyder is a good coach. If you are the most desired coach on the market right now, why are you taking the Atlanta job? What about the Atlanta job is appealing to anyone that's not a first-time coach, right? If you're a first-time coach, why are you taking that job? Because, listen, their salary cap is a nightmare, right? Like, they're the most expensive roster in the league right now. The most expensive roster in the league right now. They've got like Trae Young under contract for however long. Like, clearly Trae Young is a problem, both like with the front office in the sense of like the coaches. He's a tough guy to coach, but like his teammates don't like him. I mean, they've been like pretty open about this, right? Okay, Sawyer makes a good point. There is excellent nightlife down in ATL. That is true. But no dunks are down there. Yeah, so maybe they can go hang out down there. Okay, yeah, I didn't consider friendship about it. Mark Stein said they're looking at Ime, which lines up with the front office drama. Yeah, so like that, to me, that makes sense, because Ime just wants a spot, right? Like, he's like, just get me back in the league. I could see that. I honestly hope he takes that. Goodbye. But yeah, I just don't know, like, because there was a lot of Quinn Snyder talks that it's almost like a done deal. It's like, if I'm Quinn Snyder, like, let's just pump the brakes, man. Like, there's going to be other opportunities. There's rumors that Nick Nurse might be out this year. The No Dunks guys were talking about that. Some of the alpha that they received at All-Star Game weekend, or some of the buzz around the Raptors and Nick Nurse. Like, why wouldn't you just try to take that gig? Or like Weisberg was saying, Spurs. Like, why take Atlanta? That to me just seems like a nightmare situation. They've got like no veteran leadership there. Trae, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Anyways, back to this. So we got Cleveland and Atlanta, Miami and Milwaukee. That's fun. I know no Giannis, but we get the Kevin Love's first game with the Heat, and that's the ESPN. We got Charlotte, Minnesota. That's good news for if Rudy Gobert plays, man, he's going to get a million so rare points. Brooklyn, Chicago. I don't want to watch this. Oh, we got SGA on a back-to-back, OKC and Phoenix. No KD, right? But we got D-Book. That should be actually a fun one. Golden State and Houston, and then Sacktown against Clippers. That actually, man, Sacktown and Clippers should have been on national TV. That'll be a fun one. Kings on the back-to-back, but whatever. Saturday, we got Toronto and Detroit, Miami and Charlotte, Indy and Orlando, New Orleans and New York. Denver and Memphis will be fun, and then Boston and Philly on Saturday night. SADUYDAY night. San Antonio, Utah, and then Sunday. This is Sunday. No football. They're like, let's just hammer them. Let's hammer them with games. Phoenix and Milwaukee, prime time. We might have to fire up some playback this weekend. Phoenix and Milwaukee at 1:00. Then you got Brooklyn and Atlanta, Washington, Chicago, Dallas and LA on. We got Luka versus LeBron in Dallas, and then Kyrie with his future team. Toronto, Cleveland, OKC, Minnesota, Golden State on TV, Houston, Portland, and then Clippers, and Nuggets for the nightcap. That's going to be a fun one as well. I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's a good weekend of hoops, baby. A good weekend of hoops. Let's go over to Underdog, which, by the way, if you sign up for Underdog Fantasy, I'm going to drop a link into the chat. Use promo code HOLD. You get 100% deposit match up to $100. So you get a free $100 if that is your vibe. So just sign up. Makes us look good. Before we look at our pick'em, wait, why is it? What did I do? What did I do? Was that playing sound, by the way? I apologize. I'm not listening to my headphones. I apologize. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. All right, here we go. So I want to let's look at my pick'em. No, my pick'ems. Let's do drafts first, just so I can show you what's cooking over here in the NBA. Wait, what is going on? What am I doing? I have this too zoomed in. That's the problem. Live. There we go. Live, best ball. NBA. So like I said, we got 2 teams through. Right now, we got a 4th and a 5th place finish from these guys. I'm battling some injuries in the double dribble, so that's not as fun. But so far, out of the small ball, right? What did I say I had? All right, there was no sub. Yeah, promo code HOLD, HOLD, baby. All right, so of these squads, right? Basically, if you finish in the top 2 of this round of each one, you go through to the semifinals. So right now we have 3 going through. I mean, it's one day and there's 2 weeks left. But we had some fun ones here. SGA, man, dropped 66 points in his first game. Desmond Bain with 34. Dort, sneaky 35 points from Dort last night. BI, Lauri Markkanen. Like, this lineup right here is fun. Look at this lineup, guys. So ready, here we go. This has legs. This has legs. This has to get through. So SGA, we got unlucky with Fred VanVleet, but he's got 2 more games this week. Bain, whatever. Marcus Smart. Io, okay. Ant-Man, BI, Lauri Markkanen, Jalen Smith is a bust, Patrick Williams, whatever, Kuminga. And then our bigs, we've got Jokic, Şengün, Wiseman. That one has real potential. Wait, Boston base, you should be able to do Underdog in Massachusetts, unless you're not in Massachusetts. Underdog is legal in Mass. Yeah, Sawyer, I saw this too about a potential trade. I don't see them doing it. I know. Yeah, the Twitter's going to get wild because we're pumping our bags. Let me look at this one here. This one not as fun. We had the Fox Fultz. Look at that late round pick of Fultz though. And then Tatum, Siakam, get Tatum with a 60 spot. And then Jakob Poeltl, baby, with that 57. And then this one that's going through right now dropped 305. We had Luka and SGA on the same squad. Luka and SGA on the same squad. So they both dropped 60 pieces. Jaylen Brown had a great game last night. Giddey was solid. And then our bigs are a little scary, but it's Mobley and Wendell Carter Jr. who both dropped 40. So we'll take it. And in this one, we have a little cushion here, 20-point cushion. So that'll be fun. We have a lot of lineups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the other ones in 3rd place, a couple in 4th, couple in 5th. So that's fun. All right, we're going to go over to the pick'ems now, see what we got for tonight's action. And hey, just a reminder, to be fair, Sorarian is pretty damn funny. Yeah, Sorarian is good. I'm fine with the Sorarian stuff. I just think it's so funny how angry everybody is. Oh, that's true. We do have XFL. You're right. XFL, baby. We got to lock and load. Let's go over. So just a reminder, too, for the pick'ems, like we're looking at it right now, but because of injury news, it doesn't make sense to hit submit right now. So I've been firing up YouTube shorts at like 5 o'clock with my pick for the day. Yesterday, I think we went 2 out of 3, but that doesn't matter. 2 out of 3 is an L. You need to go 3 out of 3 when I pick 3. But let's try to pick another ESPN game or national TV game. So we got Miami versus Milwaukee. That's the first one. I feel like Jimmy Butler shows out for this game, right? I feel like Jimmy Butler shows out. And I like this one. So let's see. And he's been a big assist guy lately. He's been diming it up. We the people, what do you think about this? I kind of like the Jimmy over on assists. We're just going to pick 2 today. We're not going to get greedy. Let's go over to the Milwaukee side of things. Drew has been cooking lately. We saw him drop like 40 or whatever it was against the oh, wow, they only have Drew listed so far. All right, so we'll just pick a Drew line. I feel like he's going to be over on rebounds too. I know Bobby Portis is back, but with no Giannis, I kind of like that. 12.5 rebounds and assists feels, I don't really love that as much. 1.5 blocks and steals. Those ones, there's just so much variance in that, but I kind of like it. But I think I'm just going to go over on rebounds. So I think that right now, as of right now, That's our call. Butler over 5 assists. Holiday over 5 rebounds. That's our morning NBA pick 'em of the night. But again, don't actually do it because we're going to be doing it again at 5 o'clock. Yeah, it was getting good. And then right when the fourth started, we had to bring oh my God, you had to bring your daughter to the ER. Is everything okay? Is that why I thought, weren't your kids also home for snow day or something? Damn, dude. Sorry, man. All right, we get a few minutes. Well, we're like 10 minutes left. What do you guys, good stretch, baby. Good stretch. What do you guys want to talk about? That was last night's NBA action. We went over tonight's NBA action. We did an underdog pick 'em. I'll show you my so rare lineups quickly. They're pretty bad. Pretty bad. Not really thrilled with my performances so far. Did you hear that so rare took away the MLB season bonus yesterday with no announcement? Wait, what do you mean? For like this year, or you mean last year's season bonus? I don't, dude. I just can't do baseball. I can't. So you're gonna have to explain that to me a little bit more. I can't do baseball. Why does still auctioning Series 1 cards with no season bonus? No season bonus for the current season or for last season? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. The share screen thing is doing a weird thing. The only cards, no word on one. The only. Okay, but why would you? Why would you? It's not the current season, right? I guess so. You're saying they shouldn't be auctioning them right now. Mike, what are the odds we can get you to Boston for a playoff game this year? Yeah, I'll come to Boston for a playoff game. So rare. You paying attention? Get me to a Boston game this year. All right, let's try the share screen one more time. Oh, they just changed it. Interesting. All right, let's go to what my live lineups are. Just some comms on it would have been nice. Yeah, I guess, but like we always knew that so here's what I would say about that, the jump shoot. And again, I've been paying attention, but I think they should, like, if they're still they just dropped the 5% of the old cards. Yeah, so I guess what you're saying is they should stop the auction. If they're auctioning year 1 cards that don't have a bonus, then they shouldn't have done it. But like we already knew the year 1 cards weren't going to have the boost in the year 2. I'm going to be honest, Jump Shoot. I'm going to be honest. This feels like getting mad over nothing. Like, are you participating in the auctions? Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Hell yeah, Boston base. Let's go. All right. Anyways, back to my lineups. All right. So my rare contender, this is disappointing. Shaden Sharp disappointed last night. He only got to 17 without Dame. Watford with 24, 26, whatever. I still have DeRozan. I don't know. Some type of. So you're saying hold on though. Are you? Laird was hoping the XP went to the All-Star break. Yeah, but we know that doesn't make sense to me. If they're gonna do year 2 cards, it doesn't make. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I can't get mad about it. All right. So my underdog lineup too, like Kuminga got to 24. This actually isn't too bad. Paul Reed and Kira Lewis Jr. This my last card of Kira Lewis Jr. was probably the problem here. But Wiseman 18, Kuminga 24, whatever. But unfortunately, because of what Portland did last night, like you gotta like hit those spots right, and I don't think I did. So it's gonna be a tough game, tough scene for Zakarian. My common contender was kind of fun with Ivy dropping 38 and Reeves dropping 32, but everyone else was bad. This is what kills me. My rare under 23. If I had a good like MVP, because Jalen Williams ended up being my highest cap. Branham dropped 32, Ivy with 41, Mathurin with 46. I still got one more game from Josh Green and 2 from Jalen Williams, so maybe he gets up there. But that felt like it had real potential if I had a real MVP, but I don't. My limited contender, this is actually still alive, right? Hopefully Sharp and Walker do a little bit better. But we got 39 from Collins. We still got Freddie. And then my limited champion was pretty bad. We got 60 from Sabonis. We got 2 games left of Jamal Murray, 1 of Ja. Ja was really bad. And then Knicks and Mark Williams. So I think this is going to be a bad. It's going to be bad. All right, guys. I think we got to stop talking about MLB in the chat. because like you guys are talking about listen, if you think year 1 cards should have bonuses on year 2, but in every other platform that they have, that's not the case, I don't know what to tell you. I guess they could have been like, hey, by the way, starting today, year 2 has the bone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can't get mad. All right, and on the football side of things, listen, this is what I made my lineup because my man Louis Dunk isn't playing. So this is the one that I won, Timothy Castagna. So this is gonna be my squad from the Premier League. But here's the thing, I don't know what I was doing. But seriously, yeah, okay, jump shoot. Seriously, if you think it wasn't like you were buying cards for year 1 and now we're into year 2. So like I literally this is like nitpicking. This is nitpicking to be like that because truly that's like that's like PPE energy right there. That's PPE energy where like I say Top Shot didn't have a presence and he's like, well, look at the one person that was there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not mad at you, Jump Shoot. You're fine. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm just saying, I think that's like trying to pick at a scab to make it a thing. Like, I don't think that's a real thing. I think the real conversation you could have, like, yeah, what they should have done is just been like, I'm not in the So Rare MLB Discord. Yeah, they should have been like, hey guys, starting today, we're on to year 2, baby. So all that XP bonus, like we do with everything else, like that's you know what I'm saying? Like that's what they should have done. I'm here for that. That's fine. But I don't think they should. Like if you were buying cards being like they'll have XP through the All-Star break, I don't know. I feel like that, like you should have asked that first. Although maybe they're like Top Shot and they won't respond to questions. So, or maybe they'll do a blog. Maybe they do like an AMA blog. God. Anyway, is there anything we need to talk about with the Top Shotties? Yeah. There we go. I agree with this, Jump Shooty. Let's do some comms. Let's do some comms. I'll DM my people. I'll be like, where the comms at, baby? From the front, the back. All right. What else you guys got for me? You guys want to talk any Top Shot at all? It seems like there's some it seems like we have to do something. Sorry. Seems like some LeBron sold, right? Let me pull that up. Let's pull up the LeBron James and see if we can find anything here. Ooh, we got a cough gum. Let's do a mental health break that Jump Shoot made us do. Hold on, let me see. Let's do this one. But I'm just not gonna do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. All right, here we go. We get the LeBron. Lois asked 99998. Let's see how many sales we had. Top Shot All-Star moment. Listen, we're at the point, Growth. I don't even know what that is. Let's kind of look at average sales 10K, top sales 12K. There we go, Bandy sighting. Let's see. How many sales have there been? Is it just 3 or is it just showing me 3? Yeah, so there looks like there's just been 3 sales, 7K, 11K, 12K. I also saw some people like and then they walked it back. That's my favorite Twitter thing is they try to be like tough and then they immediately walk it back. But someone was like, oh, this is going to go to my son. I can't wait to like lock this moment. And then saw what he was going for. And he's like, you know what? Maybe let me see if I can get 10K instead. Yeah, dude. I totally understand. And then people were like, oh, I thought wait, is this you listing it? Like, yeah, relax. And it's always the people that say like community over everything that are out there being like, dude, you selling? Shame selling, bro? Like, yeah, dude. Positivity, my ass. Hold on. I'm going to drop the link. Someone was asking, Brent, you were asking about the NBA Discord. Yeah, I just dropped the link to that. The guy who just sold the LeBron 7K has a higher ask on a Klay Thompson Lego. Wow. D-Rose said it bought the Puma NFT yesterday, so there's still exit liquidity lurking around if you seek it. There you go. Yeah, let's see how many of these are listed right now. How many active listings do we have? Let's just buy it. Select and buy. All right, so we've got 12 available. So 12 of the 99 are on the market right now. Library listed the jersey match for 38,388. Oh, it's cute. I'll be curious what these go for. Not a lot of names I recognize. I saw 2 Stay Stacked. This is his for $1 million. Cool. Yeah, I saw 2 9 Lives Lounge guys hit it, right? 2 of the, what was it? How many came out? Like 60, whatever. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. At least they're having a second season of, oh, cough, TOC. Shout out TOC. Yeah, Copa. Yeah, it's not selling for $1 million though. It's not selling for $1 million. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else about that? Are we good? Anything else you guys want to talk about? Let's give them something to talk about. Just a reminder, I think this is going to be the only show today. There's a chance we do, if it's not today, it'll be Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a subscriber only, a VIP only. So if you've signed up for Team Hold VIP, you should, and just for the lowest level, for the $199 and up, you should, there's going to be a VIP only stream coming at you very relatively shortly. So if it's not today, it'll be Monday or Tuesday. So if you haven't signed up yet, do that. I think it's going to be so rare specific. So if you're Top Shot stand only, go for that. Yeah, I saw this too. I mean, I love Veerman, so I'm not mad at Veerman, but I saw this too. Like Rudamoose took an offer on a LeBron Hollow. Listen, that's a former employee too. Maybe they just need to get rid of their Top Shot. They don't want to do it. Speaking of former employees, shout out JP. He's working with Steady Breaks and some of the candy stuff. I thought that was cool. Rumors that the Pack Marketplace is coming soon for Top Shot. Ooh, that's fun. There you go. Sell them all. We saw it go well for NFL all day. So sell that shit. What happened to the other lads in Team Hold? They're around. They're still around. They're just busy Disney bros. So they have like a super crazy schedule. They're also on West Coast. And I'm on East Coast. So it makes it a little tricky, but we're talking, we'll probably get like a monthly thing going or something. That'd be kind of nice to just have like a monthly show to check in with the boys. But Dustin was with me at All-Star Weekend. He was in. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the vlog that Veronica helped edit for us, that made it look pretty, check that out. That's on our channel. But yeah, they're still around. They're still kicking. Greg's still sweeping the floor on candy like a psychopath. Yeah, they're still around. I still have a bunch of worthless Series 2 packs. There you go. Hey, who knows, dude? Maybe there's something cool in there people lose their mind about. All right, gang. You know what I'm gonna do too? I normally don't do this, but I'm starting to adjust my Instagram here to be more basketball focused, like another content place that I'm gonna be doing a lot of reels and stuff like that, and moving away from my personal account. So, but it's good for like when we do brand deals and stuff like that, to just have more stuff that I can do. Anyways, I'm dropping a link to my IG. If you can do me a favor, go follow that. It's going to be more basketball focused coming up. Wonder if WWF or whatever that guy's name was. Oh, dude, who was that? WW. I think I might have blocked him at some point. AG convinced you to buy candy moments. There you go. Shout out AG. Not shout out AG. I don't know. I got a love-hate relationship with AG. All right, guys. I think we call it there. Did we call it there? We had a good time. We had a good week. WW Fresh. That's right. It's WW Fresh. Listen, we had a good week, huh? Good week. We did the thing. We'll be back. We'll be back on Monday. Maybe some playback on Sunday. I don't know. Stay tuned. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Best of luck in your So Rare lineups, or your Top Shot challenges, or your NBA NFT exploration. Man, imagine being a mouthpiece for that platform. But appreciate y'all being here, and we will be back on Monday. We out.